Yeah, Paul, a 2-1 defeat to end the season at home. What are your thoughts on the game?
To be honest, you know, games are decided by who scores the most goals ultimately, and they've scored two. Obviously, we've got the one, but I felt we were the better team. But I thought that we give them two big leg ups for the goals. I thought we started the game really well. We were positive. We should have took the lead. We had a couple of great opportunities. And then there was a stoppage in play, and that kind of knocked us off our rhythm a little bit when Paddy came off. But then what I speak about it, you know, encouraging the opposition to do what they good at. Listen, you can see how they get their joy, which is, you know, the two wide players, they're both quick, they're both direct, and they don't come away from that. The keeper just hits it over there, and they look to set them free. But I thought we handled that well. I'll be honest, I thought we handled them two really well. But a couple of square passes led to a couple of corners, and then Joel switched off, ends up wrong side of his man, and you're giving them an opportunity. That, you know, we're all I say it all the time. Every point's important, no matter where you are in the league. But once you give a team who's fighting for playoffs and fighting for promotion a leg up, you know, it's going to be tough to grind it down, to get it back. And I felt it rocked us, and we, you know, for 10-15 minutes we didn't react. There was no spark. We'd lost that. But then second half we came out and we were on it again. But then to concede the goal that we did, set piece, we don't deal with the edge of the box, the knockdown. Then we're scrambling back, and then it's a terrible goal. It's a terrible goal. And again, like I say, you give them one goal, but we've given them a second goal. The lads showing desire on the back post to get there and make it. But when you're given teams who've been up there most of the season, you know, that advantage, it's very rare it slips. But I have to say, we responded. We scored a good goal ourselves. We kept going. We kept trying to play. We kept trying to move the ball like we try. We created a few opportunities. Nothing really clear cut. We had a lot of territory without making the most of it. I thought our set pieces have been, the last two games, our set pieces have been shocking. Our keepers had just catching practice a lot of the time. But yeah, disappointed that we finished the season at home with a defeat, and something we have to learn from massively going forward for next season.
That did feel like a turning point with Paddy. What exactly happened? And you had to adjust the
I
system
think
a bit with Callum.
Him and Byron have gone for the same ball, and their lads ended up in the middle of them. As Paddy's landed, the lads come down in the outside of his ankle, and he's rocked it inside. So it's a sore one. So obviously have to see how that is.
Okay. Yeah, and you had to adjust the system a bit with putting Callum on, and
we kept the system the same. It was just obviously we didn't have an attacking midfielder. Yeah. We had a forward playing in a 10 position as opposed to an attacking midfielder in Gio. And it took us a little bit to get used to it, because we've worked on a little bit of stuff this week of what we wanted. And to be honest, I was pleased with it, because I've seen a lot of what we'd worked on, especially the first 20 minutes. And I was pleased with how we played, but the results determined your mood, and we've lost. And there was some good performances. I thought Troy was outstanding today. I thought him and Meps had a couple of little moments, but I thought that the pair of them were outstanding. There was some good performances today, so I can't be overly critical. But the result and the man of the goals is what's, you know, the biggest gut wrencher out of that.
Yeah, and it's, as you say, it's been a very good home season. I think it's 11 wins and 3 draws out of 19, and some great cup days here as well. Is that a base to build on for next season now?
Of course. You know, I said last week the away results haven't been nowhere near. If we'd have had, you know, half the points that we've got at home, if we'd have had them away, then we'd be a lot higher up. Our away performance hasn't been good enough. And yeah, that's the basis of it. We want to be better. We want to be better than, you know, the form that we've shown. I think I was counting up. We've played another 14 or 15 cup games this season, and of that we've played 7 teams from higher levels. and we've done really well.
Yeah.
We've done really well over the course of the season. There's been too many incoming players and outgoing players. You know, I'll be glad to be able to just shut the phone off for a week, because there's been too many, but it's been needs must with the injuries that have happened over the course of the season. But I feel that group in there, if we can keep, you know, if we can keep the bulk of the players and add to it, then I see no reason why we can't be much more of a force consistently next season, because that's where we should be. We should be at the top end of the table. There's no divine right, and you've no divine right to beat anybody. But you know, we'll certainly be. That's our aim for next season. But you know, there's still a game left to play next week at Widnes, which will be a tough game. I haven't seen the results yet, but we need to make sure that we finish the season with a win, because there's no way I want to go. I want to go out with a bad run. Having been on such a good run.